So I'm so honored to be in this particular center and for you to have opened your doors to us and your wonderful congregation. The Islamic Society of Britain was an organization set up about 25 years ago to look after the needs of Muslim communities here in this country, to think about our presence in this country and how, as our children are growing and developing in this country, how they have new and unique needs to look after their interests, to look after their learning of Islam, their identity of Islam, as we want it to be grown and protected and developed in the context of this country. It is not a Sunni organization only, although it comes from a Sunni heritage and a Sunni background, but actually our doors are open to all people, and we would very much welcome people of all Muslim backgrounds, Sunnis, Shias, anybody who wants to join the organization will be very welcome. It's an organization that has in some ways broken many of the barriers that other organizations are still struggling with. So for example, currently our president is a female, the first female president we have had, and I think of any major national organization in the Muslim community. And as you see, Samina is in charge for this region, for the Leicester area. But we would welcome people of all backgrounds to come and join with us, to work with us together, united by the love of the Blessed Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and his family. I want to say before I finish, and we're not speaking for too long, but just to say something about why it is important for us, particularly at this time. We are living through, I think, a very difficult time for the relationships between Shias and Sunnis. It doesn't have to be this difficult, but when we look in the Middle East, when we look at the actions of evil organizations like Daesh, ISIL, and what they are doing to our own brothers and sisters in that part of the world, what they are doing to the Shia communities there, what they are doing to non-Muslims there, to other human beings, people that God has created out of His love, out of His mercy, and the way that they are taking life in that region. I'm sorry. So it's easy for us to see how difficult those things are for all of us. And not only that, but we saw, for example, the actions of countries like Saudi Arabia with the killing of Sheikh Nimr just only a few days ago. These things, I think, I'm very sorry. These things show us how important it is. These things show us how important it is that we stand together in light of all of this difficulty and challenge that we face, that we are faced by. Because the only way in which we can resist the evil and the hatred and this desire to split up people, we can only resist that when we stand together. So inshallah, I hope that this event will be a very important one for us, a good stepping stone in order to achieve these things. And inshallah, may Allah give us lots of blessings through this and help us to keep going in this step, to keep going forward so that we can bring Muslims together. It is, I think, our quarrel. There are differences between Shias and Sunnis, of course there are differences. And we can discuss those differences, we can talk about them in a positive way, in a mature way. There is room for that, there is time for that. But in some ways, the differences are as though if imagine we're in a house and the house is on fire, and the people who are trying to tackle the fire, the important thing is to tackle the fire, not to think about the color of this room or the color of that room or the decoration in this house or the carpets or the lights. Those are the differences we can discussions we can have at any time. But when the house is on fire, then we need to fight that. Thank you very much.